Welcome back, aspirants. Today, we are diving into a crucial chapter from Indian polity, Union and its territory, straight from M. Lakshmikant. This chapter may be short, but don't underestimate it. It forms the legal foundation of our nation's map and has shown up in both prelims and mains. So stay tuned and let's decode how India's territory is defined, altered, and evolved. Let's begin with the Constitution. India, that is Bharat, shall be a union of states. Notice the word union, not federation. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar explained this choice because the Indian Federation is indestructible. States cannot break away. Now, India includes three territorial units. First, states. Second, union territories. Third, and any territory that may be acquired in the future. Article 2 gives Parliament the power to admit or establish new states, like how Sikkim became part of India in 1975. Article 3 is more powerful. It allows Parliament to form new states, alter state boundaries, and even rename them. The twist: this needs only a simple majority, and the state's opinion is consulted, but not binding. Article 4 says any law under Article 2 or 3 is not a constitutional amendment. So, the Constitution can be reshaped without using Article 368. All of this is listed in the first schedule of the Constitution. Now, how did the India we know take shape? Let's go back. 1948, Dhar Commission. It said, don't form states based on language. 1949, JVP Committee with Nehru, Patel, and Pattabhi Sitaramaya. They agreed with Dhar. National unity must come first. But after Potti Sri Ramalu's fast unto death, public demand couldn't be ignored. In 1953, Andhra state was born, the first linguistic state. Then came the Faisal Ali Commission in 1953. It recommended linguistic reorganization. And in 1956, the States Reorganization Act was passed. India now had 14 states and 6 union territories. Since then, many changes followed. 1960, Bombay split into Maharashtra and Gujarat. 1966, Haryana separated from Punjab. 1972, Meghalaya, Manipur, and Tripura became full states. 2000, Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, and Uttarakhand created. 2014, Telangana carved out of Andhra Pradesh. Even union territories have seen major changes. In 2019, Jammu and Kashmir was made a union territory along with Ladakh. In 2020, Daman and Diu merged with Dadar and Nagar Haveli. India's borders changed not just from within but also through international agreements. In 1974, India signed the Land Boundary Agreement with Bangladesh. It was implemented in 2015 through the 100th Constitutional Amendment. India gave up and received enclaves to resolve long standing border issues. Remember, under Article 1C, Parliament can add acquired territories like Goa, annexed in 1961, Sikkim, merged in 1975. Did you know state names have also changed under Article 3? Examples include Madras, Tamil Nadu in 1969, Mysore, Karnataka in 1973, Orissa, Odisha in 2011, all done by Parliament with only a simple majority. Let's now look at UPSC questions from this topic. Prelims 2020 asked, with reference to Article 3, which of these statements are correct? First, formation of new states needs the President's recommendation. Second, alteration of state name needs prior presidential approval. Answer, both are correct. Now, for mains 2013, discuss constitutional provisions for formation of new states and alteration of areas, boundaries, and names. Structure your answer like this. Start with Articles 1 to 4. Mention first schedule. Talk about JVP, Fazal Ali Commission. Use examples like Telangana, Odisha, add analysis, federal flexibility versus central control. Here's your power packed summary. Articles 1 to 4. Remember them. First schedule, memorize it. Only Parliament can create or modify states, even if states object. No constitutional amendment is needed for this. Borders have changed via laws and treaties, like with Bangladesh. This makes our constitution federal in structure, but unitary in spirit. This way, the story of how India's territory has been shaped by law, protests, diplomacy, and vision. Understanding this not only prepares you for exams, it helps you understand how India holds together such vast diversity. So, tell us, which state are you from and when was it formed? Like this video, subscribe to Crack It UPSC, and hit the bell icon for more bit sized polity lessons. Until next time, decode, learn, conquer.